Hi everybody, I'm Ernie and I love America still, even after last night. Hey, this is my country, it's your country, and I will always love the red, white, and the blue. Alright? Well, we have a new president. Not my choice, but it is my hope that he is sincere in all or most of his promises. I am still and always will be a conservative, and I will always battle what I think is a socialist Marxist agenda. In many of the comments I have received today, I was really actually very sad to see that so many liberals and Democrats are such poor winners. I would have expected all or most of you to be bitter, vile losers, but I am surprised that you're bad winners. Most of you to be bitter and bad losers if John and Sarah had won. That wouldn't have surprised me, but I am surprised at your continued personal attacks and hatred toward the right, and even with your hatred towards George Bush, even though you've won. It seems like you're not even happy even though you've won the election. Well, you won last night, so why don't you temper the hatred a little bit, alright? But I really think that this might be a really good time to see what we can do together and maybe move this country forward together as a nation. But I see most of you still want to keep the hate alive, and hate never really gets anything done, and I'm just sorry that I received so many of those type of comments to my channel. Obama, as I said, was and is not my chosen man. But look for a minute at what we've accomplished and what we've achieved as a country. We've just elected a man of color to be the most important position in the country, probably the world for that matter. Obama was elected by a majority of the American citizens, so he is our president. And I said our president. I'm not going to say the same things about Obama that a lot of you have said in hatred about George Bush. Obama is my president. I will pledge allegiance. I will put my hand over my heart, and I will wave my flag, and I will wish him health and welfare and everything. But the man was not my choice. I still do not believe in most of his words. I do not believe the First and Second Amendments are going to be safe. I hope that all the little cockroaches in his past stay out of the light and under the respective rocks. I'm talking about Jeremiah Wright and Bill Ayers, and you've heard me talk about those people before. I hope they stay out of Obama's life and let him be what he said he wants to be. I hope Obama considers that we need all forms of energy, and that will include nuclear and clean coal and offshore drilling. We have to get away from the Arab drilling world. You know that, and I know that. I hope he doesn't open up our border to all those who come here for ulterior motives, who would, it would make it so easy for them just to walk across and flash a driver's license and then plant a bomb in downtown Los Angeles. I hope Obama would keep that part of our system alive and going. I hope he doesn't attempt to shut down our corporations with exorbitantly higher income taxes and capital gains taxes and things like that. All that will do, it'll just force more, first of all, it will force more unemployment. And even more and more big businesses will simply move their companies overseas. And I don't think we need any more of that. Enough of that has already been done through the last two administrations, okay? And I'm not particularly fond of either one of them at this point. I worry about our ally Israel and their safety if we do not stand with them. I want to know what Obama's going to do to protect Israel. I worry about terrorism and the fact that Iran, Libya, and all of Muslim Africa and Northern Africa, and even Hamas are celebrating Obama's victory. I worry that we will leave Iraq too soon and then have to return and lose even more American lives and those of innocent Iraqi civilians. These people are our enemies the people who are fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan. They are enemies, and they must be dealt with a firm hand, not with an unconditional handshake and a cup of tea. I worry about people like Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, and Chuck Schumer attempting to shut down all conservative voice through action against the Second Amendment. I know that's what they would like to do, is keep the conservative voice completely stifled. There are still so many areas of Obama and his philosophies that have me worried, so I'm going to wait and watch and see. And when he does something to weaken the great land, or attempts to weaken this great land of mine and yours, I and all the conservatives and Americans will come to the task. We're not going to go away, folks. I'm sorry to tell you that, but we're not going to go away. You liberals, you have now all the power. Use it to the advantage of all Americans, and not just your little special classes and your little special people like the radical environmental wackos of our land. The environmentalists are running this country quicker than any coal mining could ever do it. I hope Obama can bring this country together. But all I have to go on is his past performance, his associations, and his flowered speeches. The man is a great speaker, there's no doubt about that. But I hope it goes beyond that. Because if Wright and Farrakhan and Khalidi and those kind of people come back into the light, then we're all going to know the real agenda, and we'll know the real Obama. And I would like to be wrong there. I would like to be wrong. You will not hear me use the language of most commenters to my channel. The vile, vulgar stuff about I had to endure listening to George Bush and Sarah Palin and things like that. I still think Joe Biden's a ding-dong. I always will. But he is my vice president, and I will give him respect for that. Even though he is a ding-dong. He is my vice president, and he represents me now. But anyway, you won't hear me use any of that comment. You will hear, however, me continue, and you will hear my opposition to Obama's socialism and sometimes Marxist views. I don't like Marxism, I don't like socialism, and I don't think we should go down that path. I do not believe President Obama in most of his rhetoric. I honestly don't. I believe that he will work from the middle left to keep all of the wackos happy. I don't know who he owes, but we know he owes somebody. I hope he doesn't owe them too much. I'll be on this channel. I'm not going away. As long as I'm allowed, and I will always love this land, and I will always try to spread the word of conservatism and patriotism. Now that we have Obama, I hope we can live with him. All of us, not just the wackos, not just the left-wing libs, and not just the greenies and the wacko environmentalists. And finally, not the radical Islamic nuts and freaks that want all of America dead and removed from this earth. America should always be first, no matter who's running this country. America and its citizens should be first. Obama says he is. I hope the man is telling the truth. I doubt it, but I'm going to give him a chance. I hope he's telling the truth. All right? And I hope that he believes in America the same way that most of us do. So in closing, I want to say God bless America. I'm sorry I guys didn't win, but all you conservative friends of mine and conservative subscribers, don't get angry. Don't talk to these people in their form of language. Don't bring yourself down to their level. All right? Keep the storm, stay the course. The storm's coming, the storm will be over. We'll all be back someday. But pray for your fellow Americans, and pray that this just doesn't erupt into some horrible, horrible event. All right? Thank you, and God bless you. God bless all the men and women in service, and God bless this great and wonderful country. God bless America, and you will see me soon. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. I don't know where it is, but he'll never find it. But listen, folks.